Founded by Commonwealth Institute of Technology laureate Robert Edwin House on his 22nd birthday, RobCo Industries began operation on June 25, 2042. Originally founded as a way to spite the half-brother that cheated him out of his inheritance, within 5 years, RobCo was one of the world's leaders in robotics and among the most profitable companies in the world. RobCo offered a wide range of products that blew their competition out of the water. Perhaps the most ubiquitous of these were the RobCo model terminals and the accompanying unified operating system, the pair being nearly universally used in computing, leaving rival companies' OSs to only be used on archaic machines used by those who can't afford the latest and greatest. Another RobCo innovation in the world of computing was the Personal Information Processor, the Pip-Boy. A wrist-mounted supercomputer, the Pip-Boy was a wonder of the atomic age, able to track the user's health, measure radiation, map the local terrain, play holotapes, interface with all forms of machinery, and much, much more. The more advanced models even used advanced tactical imaging to help the wearer in combat. Some models of the Pip-Boy are so useful you couldn't take them off even if you tried. Go ahead, try. You literally can't. While mass market models did exist, the Pip-Boy gained the most notoriety for its use by Vault-Tec, with a variety of models issued throughout all of Vault-Tec's shelters. Vault-Tec staff even became fond of the device, using it in their everyday lives before the bombs, and executives used it as a way to bar their lower-level employees from areas they didn't belong in. What RobCo specialized in, of course, was robots, and created a levy of automatons used by both civilians and the military. The most common was the Protectron, an all-purpose drone that could serve almost any purpose possible. Office worker, chef, subway ticket master, butcher, baker, candlestick maker. Specialized models of Protectrons even existed to more dutifully perform specific jobs. The Fire Brigadier model was equipped with a freezing gun to help fight fires. The medic and police models could utilize their electrified claws as either a defibrillator or a taser. And the utility model was built with a built-in nail gun to streamline construction. Another popular RobCo product was the iBot. Able to miraculously hover in the air thanks to the technology of the 21st century, the iBot's main feature was its antenna array, able to receive broadcasts from nearly anywhere. This saw them used as floating advertisements, spouting about the wonders of sugar bombs and Slocum's Joe to everyone within earshot. While, with some, they gained a reputation as the ad machines they were, some saw the iBot as endearing or even cute, leading to the conception of Ralphie the Robot's Incredible Odyssey, a children's program that told the story of the titular Ralphie. As America came into conflict with China, the military commissioned RobCo to build a new fleet of combat bots for the war effort. While the Protectron and iBot could serve in combat roles, their basic AI and limited firepower made them less than optimal choices. To rectify this, RobCo developed the tank known as the SentryBot and the oddly feminine Assaultron. A hammer and a scalpel added to the military's arsenal, the SentryBot and the Assaultron were both devastatingly powerful, leading them being utilized heavily by the military. RobCo's cooperation with the military didn't stop with robots. When soldiers managed to capture a functional Chinese Heatwave stealth suit, RobCo engineer Robert Mayflower was hired to reverse engineer the device in hopes of taking the communist stealth advantage from them. The result was the Stealth Boy 3001, a personal stealth device that generated a field of refracting light around the user, making them functionally invisible. While the US had created their own stealth matrix to compete with the Chinese, the Stealth Boy struggled to compete with the stealth suit. Limited by its battery life, Mayflower's invention also had a drastic unintended side effect on the user: psychosis. Extended exposure to the radiation that the stealth field gave off would lead to paranoia, delusions, and eventually full-on schizophrenia. Despite RobCo's and the military's best efforts, this problem would never be resolved. As RobCo continued to grow, they began absorbing their competitors, or companies that were otherwise of interest to House and the board of directors. Abraxodine Chemical, Repcon Aerospace, even H&H Tools, the company that House was originally meant to inherit, all became part of the RobCo family. With the acquisition of H&H, House was able to develop his most powerful robot, one that he chose to keep to himself. The PBQ-88B Securitron was a combination of every automaton RobCo had created to this point. The helpfulness of the Protectron, the firepower of the SentryBot. Specially made units even had the femininity of the Assaultron. House would keep the Securitron as his personal security force, deploying them around his Vegas casino, the Lucky 38, and storing them in a specially built facility under Fortification Hill. Despite their hostile takeovers of some companies, RobCo was willing to cooperate with others. In addition to the Pip-Boy, RobCo also provided Vault-Tec vaults with their military-grade security systems. The United States Space Administration hired RobCo, Arctos Pharma, and 3 other redacted companies to work on their Deep Sleep project, a study on the effects of cryogenic hibernation on astronauts. Atomic Mining Services even financed RobCo and General Atomics International, the company who created the Mr. Handy, to create Watoga, a fully autonomous city staffed completely by robots. As the war with China intensified, the military once again hired RobCo to develop a robot to help in the war effort. Along with General Atomics, RobCo was given the task of developing what would be the most powerful weapon ever devised: Liberty Prime. A 40-foot tall, new-curling, communist-hating robot. Sadly for the Americans, problems with the robot's power supply could never be resolved, leading to it never being deployed. At least, not by the Americans.